I've been here about 3.5 years. I'm from Australia and I came here a little bit after university because I wanted something different, and China's pretty different from Australia. So I came here knowing that I'd be able to get work as an English teacher, and the longer I stayed, the more I loved it. So, yeah. It had nothing to do with my degree at school actually, but it just was something that I enjoyed, and I liked working with other people, and I guess that was my idea of the best way to get to know the Chinese people, because the minute you're in a classroom with them you can talk and they want to tell you about their country, so it's a good way to chat with them. Only in Beijing. I've only ever worked in Beijing, but a few different schools, some just with children, some adults, all different types of schools actually, yeah. So a nice rounded experience, yeah.
Okay.
It's fun. I guess compared to some of the other places I've worked, it's much more relaxed. You know, like you don't get to work and everyone's in their little office mode and doing their things. You can chat, and then if you have a problem with the class, you can be like, hey, have you done this before, or what do I do with this? And it's a really relaxed way that you can sort of start off and you don't feel nervous or, you know, can I talk to them or not? Everyone's really laid back and cool.
Cool.
It is as different as you can get from your home country, but then the longer you're here, the more you see little similarities. I guess the brilliant thing with China is it's one country, but the minute you get out of the city and go to different provinces, when you get a chance to travel, it's like visiting little individual countries because they'll have their own dialects and all of that. So it's brilliant for getting out and traveling. I mean, yeah, all the different landscape and everything. That was another reason I got into teaching over here, because I knew I'd have the opportunity to travel and just, I mean, already in my 3.5 years here, I've seen some amazing things, and all very, very different and completely beyond my expectations, which was pretty good. I actually love it. I am starting to learn how to cook it a bit myself too, so whenever I go home I show off my cooking skills for Mum and Dad. Not quite as good as the locals, but it's getting there. As a teacher, I think, to be honest, patience. I've learned a lot about patience, because you really do have to sometimes just pause for a minute and understand that someone speaking a second language can be quite terrifying for them, and to assume that they're going to, because they know the language, they're going to just talk to you. So to just sit back and just let it happen in a gentle way, I think my patience has gotten a lot better since being here. Yeah, I don't know, just I've learned that I liked it. I mean, my university degree was nothing to do with teaching, but now after doing this I'm actually going to be going back to Australia and getting into education, and then coming back and teaching again as a qualified primary school teacher. So yeah.
Well.
I did a Bachelor of Business in Tourism and Enterprise Management and a hospitality degree. So I started off doing, you know, conferences and events, and I came to China thinking maybe I could also get into the domestic tourism here, because I thought it'd be really interesting, and it is, but it's just not what I want to get into anymore. So yeah, teaching is the one for me. China is one of those places where it's kind of a bubble from your experience back at home. I mean, everyone back at home is getting married or doing these jobs that they've done for years, but coming here is like this wonderful bubble where you still have this youthful energy that you had and was with you as a university student, but you are working a real job and you're getting these brilliant experiences. And then you go home and you're like, yeah, I love it, and I'm coming back, which is what I'm doing. I'm going home to finish off, yeah, get a teaching degree and then come back and do it all over again.